What's up, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
We're back
Jordan?
on Bridges and Beaches.
We are a week apart between episodes. That's a new record after the long
Yeah,
hiatus.
we're at the 2026 record. We're here.
There you go. Yes, 2 episodes. It's awesome.
How's it going?
Going good. I'm not sure if you're following or care about the weather in the East Coast, but we are facing.
Looks bright, so I'm assuming there's snow out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no snow right now, but it's very cold. I don't know how much it is in your weird measurement, but it's like below 0 in Celsius. And we are facing a really severe snowstorm. And over the next few days, we're going to have really cold temperatures. I think around like zeros, even Fahrenheit, I think. I'm not sure.
Zero, huh? That means it's no temperature.
There's no temperature at all. Yeah, I mean, let me just see if it's no, maybe I'm wrong, but if it's minus 10 Celsius, how much it is in Fahrenheit? Oh, it's 14. I'm sorry, 14. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so the monkey's still there.
The monkey's still there.
Yeah.
We talked about temperature before, but those 10s, when it gets down to the 10s, that's full on depression mode. You can't leave the house, you can't really do anything, and it's just...
The first time we went to Aspen, it was like 26 degrees, and I put up a post with like the temperature, you know, on Instagram that said 26 degrees, and I was like, this is fucking cold. Yeah. I hadn't been in that cold in probably 20 years, you know. I remember like one time I was in Boston, and it was like 9, but I haven't been in like that cold, like under 32 degrees in probably 15 years until that point in Aspen a few years ago, like 3 years ago. So, yeah.
It's funny what it makes you, like the relative aspect of outer temperature. So yesterday we had like 40. I'm like, I just went out with like a t-shirt.
Yeah, it's warm. T-shirt weather right there. Damn near put the flip-flops on, huh?
Swimsuit buddies 2026. Yes,
yeah,
that was just
that's right. Open the pool up, guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a pool in your complex?
No. Pools here are not super common. I mean, maybe in like big fancy complexes, more. I mean, either it's really fancy or like in New Jersey, a lot of people have like rooftop pools on some.
That's funny that you said that, because I was just going to say one of my other reps for some software that I buy has a pool at his complex, and it's like right on. I guess the West River, is that what's it called?
It's called funny, no, it's called the Hudson. Yeah, the East River.
Well, it's the Hudson, but it has there's 2 parts to it.
The Hudson, it's New Jersey on one side, and then
is it? But okay. Oh, anyway, so he has a pool right along the water there, but he is in Jersey. Yeah. But because that's funny that you said that, because I was going to say, well, he's got a pool, but then you were like, but people in Jersey. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's in Jersey, so that does make sense.
The same as we pay here for rent. Probably there's 2 rivers. There's the East River, which is eastern of Manhattan, but it's west from where I'm sitting. And
so I was in Dumbo, so that's the East River that I was looking at when I was in Dumbo at one time. Yeah,
but the thing is, when you're in Dumbo, you're looking west and you're seeing the East River there.
Yeah, so he's in Jersey. Yeah, so he's straight up on the Hudson.
And the Hudson is actually a big river. I think it goes up all the way to Canada. I want to think.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, Canada ain't that far away, is it?
No.
Is the what's the river where the Molten, or the not Molten, no, that's in Oregon, or the Niagara Falls? Where's that?
I'm not sure if it's a river or not, but maybe that's where the Hudson starts.
Niagara Falls. Okay, Niagara Falls to New York City. We're live learning, everybody.
This
is now becoming a geography lesson. All right, so it is. I didn't know like Rochester. I didn't know Buffalo's right there. I actually didn't know that.
Buffalo's really right there.
No, that flows into one of them Great Lake things. It's Great Lake to Great Lake crime. So it's the Lake Ontario flowing into Lake Erie, apparently, is what it looks like for the Niagara Falls.
Good for them.
Yeah, it seems important.
Yeah. It's funny, as a kid, in Hebrew, you know, there's in the toilet you have like the toilet seat, and then there's like the water tank. In Hebrew, it's called fondly the Niagara. So because it creates
it's in reference to that.
Yeah, big fall. So it's fun. Like as a Hebrew speaking kid, you hear that there's like big Niagara Falls, and like, oh, like the Niagara I have on my toilet. Well, that's just funny.
That's funny that like that came over there. Like that's that's funny to me that came over there because there's bigger falls in like South America and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
but I think for common pop culture, a lot of things that are New York based just become a thing because in the movies they all
Because
go to
y'all hang out in New York a lot too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just it's just that. But
Yeah, so
it's funny.
yeah. So let me tell you a story about what happened this week. So we have this, like, the town that I live in is a very local centric town, right? And there's like a Facebook group called the city named Buzz. And there's like 25,000 people in there, and it's very active, very, very, very active. So like I go in, like we gave away a plant that was in the backyard on there, you know, like that's how I found like my AC guy, how I found like the plumber that I use, those sorts of things, you know, like you ask questions in there, but then people share like dumb shit. Like there's one guy that shares like restaurant reviews that he wrote himself, and he's like old, he's a boomer, and he reviews like Denny's and like Red Robin and like not like local businesses, right? And like they let us post something. So I put up a post last week, wanting to start another show, because that's what I do. I want to create shit about local businesses. I want to interview local business owners. You know, sounds fun, right?
Ask them about their journey, what they did.
Yeah. So I put it up on Friday of last week. So it's now Friday. So it was after we did this. Got a ton of leads. Ton of people wanted to be on it. Cool businesses. They explain their businesses. I made a web form. Made graphics.
You're gonna charge them for promotion? What's the
I am not. Yeah. So I put that I'm not going to charge on there. I put specifically that I'm not going to charge on there. And maybe eventually I'll have ads on there that people can buy, other businesses can buy, you know. But for now, the business owners, I just want them to come on and tell their story.
You're interested in entrepreneurship.
Yes. So I recorded one yesterday. Okay. In person in my house, because I want them all in person. I'm going to go to some of these businesses and set up the stuff and record there.
You figured out like a recording station with the couches like you wanted, like to do like conversation in there?
No, that is coming. That is coming once the bank account gets topped up from the current sponsorship that has signed, and we've kicked off. We're just waiting for the money. I don't know if it's going to be back here. It needs to be back here, but I think it's kind of weird to have people walk down my hall and come into this room.
I would build something in the garage, honestly.
Well, I have a golf simulator in the garage, so
the golf bro who interviews people.
Yeah, so it would work maybe to an extent, but I think it's for what I'm trying to go for this particular show. It's not going to really work out there. If I were doing the boys on the block, that would be fine in the garage because that's kind of like the theme of that.
Yeah.
But nobody can commit to ever doing any time on that. So made the new show, recorded the episode with two like really famous people in our community, like probably the top two. And edited it, and then the plan was to release it to the Buzz, you know. And I put it up, and they denied it and said, we're not promoting your YouTube channel, which is bonkers to me because they let this guy review Red Robin in there whenever he wants, and like people put up like their plumbing business and their handyman business, but I can't put up like actually interviewing and hearing a story,
which is
of
like relevant for
it's like actually relevant to like what they're trying to do. So I had to start all this. I wasn't even planning on it. I had to start like a Facebook page and an Instagram and all that for it.
Somehow you're always getting pulled into these projects. Yeah.
Like it's more work. Like I wanted to record the show, put it on the Buzz, and then F off. That's what I wanted to do, you know? Now I got to go do I had to build like a whole thing for it. And that kind of was what I wanted to do.
I have an English question because I'm a non-native speaker. I know it's hard to tell.
Yeah, don't say foreigner now. The ICE can come kick your door down.
Didn't say that, and I'm from a friendly state.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a place that like they want you. You're lucky they're not abducting over there. They're importing you. Yeah.
The name of the town you live in. Are you okay sharing it? Can we talk about it? Because that's
yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, that's fine.
So
nobody watches this show.
There is. I wonder. Maybe I get it wrong, but when a woman is pregnant, right? There's the baby, and then there's the placenta, right? Mm-hmm. Is that spelled the same way as placenta?
It is not.
Okay, all right.
So let's talk about this. Placenta is spelled Placenta. Okay.
Very, very.
It is. Yeah, it's part of the ovary wall.
And so they say.
So my town is Placentia. So you need to add an I in there. You need to add an I in there.
Okay, so there is no I in placenta. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So let's find out like why the name of it is. So it was a Latin term meaning a pleasant place to live. Did you know that?
Which is interesting. If you remember, there's, I think, in early 2000s or late 90s, fantastic, amazing movie called Pleasantville with, I think, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Is it Tobey Maguire?
I know what you're talking about, and like Reese Witherspoon or one of those people.
Whoever, yes.
The one that goes from black to white, and then they bring joy to the world and everything turns color.
Yeah, they go into this old 50s show. So maybe you're actually living in the real life Pleasantville.
It's Pleasantville, right?
Yeah.
Who was that? Now you're driving me crazy.
There's the guy from who was later
1998. Wow.
98. The dad is the guy from Shameless. What was his name?
It was Tobey Maguire, by the way. It was. And then it was Reese Witherspoon. Nailed it. We nailed it, bro.
Tobey and Reese, yes.
And then William H. Macy.
William H. Macy, yes. That's the dad.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a great movie. And, I think a couple of years ago, I wanted to show it to my wife. And we couldn't find it anywhere on streaming, not even for purchase. It's one of those movies with probably the distribution.
Might have to sail the high seas, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
There's a guy that does a trivia at the local bar at Kelly's down the street. I'm trying to get the owner of that one on the show too, and he's like pretty tech savvy. He makes like the trivia every Thursday night. It's pretty cool. He does it like 3 nights a week. He has a whole trivia company, and like he was telling me how like he's all excited for baseball season to come up, and he's probably like my age, and he's like I normally watch Ken Burns baseball. He's like every year. He's like, but I can't find it this year. He's like, can't find it anywhere. Just like you just said. And I was like, well, maybe you should sail the high seas. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And I was like, torrent it. He's like, oh, I'm not that good at computers. I'm like, bro, you make a full-blown like trivia every week with like multimedia, the whole thing, slideshow, like music, and you can't figure out how to torrent something?
When we were kids, or younger than now because we are still kids, we had all sorts of torrents software, never mind the names, never mind what you use. In Israel, it's not such a big deal. You download all kind of stuff. No one really cares about it. No one really gives shit. When I moved to the States, the software was on my computer. I didn't really use it. But I opened...
Did you get a nasty gram?
Exactly. I got an email from... Not an email, or I think it was like a letter, an actual letter.
They send usually a full-blown letter in the mail.
Yeah. We found that you were doing something. Just don't do it anymore. I think I sent an email back saying, do you have any evidence? Forget about it. But... And then I spoke to people, and apparently that's like a thing. If you do it, like they get all over you in like an instant. But I've never heard anyone who was like seriously indicted or accused or even fined. They basically just send the letter and that's it.
There was a couple. So actually, I went through. Coincidentally, I went through the history of this like a couple months ago, and there was a couple of people that were like sued and had to pay.
I mean, Napster was a big deal, but I'm not like...
Yeah, but it was like one of those first ones where actual end users, like real deal consumers, like
downloaded one episode and then that was it. So weird.
Yeah. Let me look it up, because it was like they were doing it. Like they actually got sued and like they're trying to get money out of them. So there's one, Jamie Thomas Rassent, $220,000. This is one of the most famous cases. Minnesota woman sued by the RIAA for stealing 24 songs on Kazaa. That was like a later one too. That was like
that was the one I was using.
So that was when you would do one or two like songs. You try to download Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park, like one single song, and it was never like actually that song.
to each their own. But yes, but I do remember like the.
What did you download? You want to download Linkin Park, bro? You didn't know Hybrid Theory?
I was
come on, dude.
I'm ashamed to
one
say.
Step closer to the edge.
But I do remember. I mean the the feeling of downloading something, like if you don't know what it is until you open it up, and then it turns out to be something else. I remember that happening multiple times with videos and stuff like that. Yes.
I'm trying to, Tommy Lee out there. Family.
That was I was trying to download, but then it ends up being like Casablanca or something bullshit like that. So
nobody wants to see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there was another guy, Joel Tannenbaum, $675,000, RIAA again, and then there was just another person just downloading movies. So those were a couple of like the actual individuals that they got it, and then ordered to pay that money. So $675,000, man, that is crazy. Like, Yeah. So it happened, but now they do send a letter that says please stop.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, I forgot to turn on my VPN, is what you normally say.
No,
And then,
but honestly, the world has changed drastically since then. Now, it's like everything is on streaming, and that's where it gets really interesting. Where just a movie falls out, or a series just falls out of syndication or distribution, just can't find it anywhere, and then that's it.
so that's like the case that people are trying to make again now, especially in like the gaming world, is you don't actually own it when you buy it.
Yeah.
I used to work for one of the large movie studios down here, and they had acquired a movie streaming service where you could rent or you could buy digital copy. And it used to be like, also, if you bought the DVD, they would give you a voucher. You type it on that same site, and then it would give you a digital copy of it. I still own, it's been through 3 different consolidations through the different companies since I have left that company, but I still have my library. But I have watched that number of films that I bought shrink over the years, over the last 10 years, as they lose the rights to do that. So I think like there is a case to be made like for the physical media, but I personally don't like physical media. I like to be able just to call up anything and do it whenever I want. So like downloading those films and having them locally with DRM free, it's that's the whole thing that said it had, would be the most ideal route. But like having a couple thousand 4K films is a tremendous amount of storage, Then you have like I use Plex at home for like when I do local streaming to the TVs, but Plex is starting to get a little greedy too, and they're kind of wanting money these days for the basic functionality as well, So
There are a lot of things that are changing. I mean, and I welcome the change. Things change all the time, but like when we moved here, we had a big bookshelf with not the books, but like CDs. Like we had like both my wife and I, we had all of our CDs from teenage years.
Yeah.
We honestly took everything, put it in a nice box, put it in the street. Someone took it in like 10 minutes.
Oh, did you? You gave it away? So
I mean,
CDs.
It's worth nothing. No one's going to buy it. Like there's nothing to do with it.
So I'm crazy about organization. In my garage,
crazy period, and also about organization.
Yeah, that's true. But in my garage, I have 3 shelves that are along one of the walls, big racks, And because I'm crazy about organization, I have the Costco, like the bins, the big plastic bins of black with the yellow top.
Yeah.
But they all have to match. So there's 36 of them out there, and they all have labels on them, of course. Facing out, so I can see what's in everything. But 2 of them are full of CDs, and then one of them is full of DVDs, like completely. And I promise you, I've been packing those things around the country for the last 15 years, and I promise you I'm never going to use them ever again.
Of course,
ever.
But
I should get rid of the DVDs. Some of the CDs I have like special edition signed ones, which nobody will ever care about.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I should probably pull those ones out.
You could probably sell it on like eBay for something, but like for the most part.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I have no patience to be selling shit on eBay and shipping ever, ever. Those people that sell all like their old stuff on OfferUp, to make $3, $4, $5, like not me. Like I saw what's that Reddit post the other day. It's like I texted my dad to see what he was doing. He's like, your mom's discovered Facebook Marketplace and is putting my life in danger. We're currently sitting behind Kmart trying to sell a $5 plant. Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
I have no desire to go through any of that. So actually, another girl that I know that lives in New York, she was moving to Italy with her husband a few years ago, and this was like during COVID, and she was selling everything. Like, so I would have like a lot of meetings. I was buying software from her too, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Hold on, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. We got to do the meeting. I've got to go sell." Like it was like a desk plant that was on her desk for $5. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, yeah.
Some people, but there are marketplaces today, which in our day job being fraud, it actually poses a huge risk. But that when you sell something, they take care of everything. They just send you like a QR code for USPS. Just go with the thing. You don't have to handle.
Well, like Mercari and those things.
These are what is it called? The shop, Poshmark.
Oh, but Poshmark is like more higher end stuff, though, right?
I mean, yes, but the thing is that when you sell something there, you don't have to worry about shipping and labeling and everything. You just package it and you take it to USPS and they take care of everything, which was helpful if you are trying to defraud someone and use mules to ship some stuff, whatever. But yes, it's very easy, nice and easy.
Maybe we shouldn't tell people how to do that. Yeah.
I mean,
You guys go do anything fun this week?
Staying home. We are hoping to maybe go. We have the big park here, so maybe buy like a nice, small, little, not even sled. Like they have like plastic round stuff that you sit on and can slide a few inches. And our daughter,
A fucking
has
sled?
never- yeah, almost a sled, but it's like it's
Yeah.
just
Like
like
the
a plastic-
disc. Like
yeah,
the
the
disc
discs.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the small ones.
Yeah.
And our daughter, she's just at an age where she could potentially enjoy it, but most likely be terrified by the thought. So
Yeah.
no, it's like $15, and then you go and you have a nice snow day out for 10 minutes, and then you go back in because it's too cold. Well, maybe we'll try that. And nothing special other than that, honestly. It's like, it's just this season here, and I think I talked about it last time, where you're just waiting it out. We're all bracing
Yeah.
and just waiting it out. There's literally nothing you can do. We're doing all of these bullshit experiences, and especially with a kid, it's so funny. So you go somewhere, you pay them $30, you meet some cartoon characters that they know from TV.
Yeah, like Yo
Shake
Gabba
hand.
Gabba.
Yeah, what I think. You're very old, but yes, some other cartoons.
That's not in favor anymore?
Yeah. If you've heard of Bluey the Australian
Oh,
Shepherd.
yeah. Big bluey guy. Big
Yes,
bluey guy.
she's a girl currently, but yeah. So my daughter has.
No, but I'm saying overall, like,
Oh, you're a big
like
bluey
the
guy,
neighbors
yeah.
are all about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like they have like the one where the parents are hungover and stuff. You know?
It's really, if anyone is listening or watching this and they want a good show, it's like 10 minutes an episode. So for kids, it's great, and I enjoy watching it more than my daughter, honestly. And then we went to this place, and she met like big doll shapes and shook their hands and took picture with them, and that was a very exciting day.
You been playing guitar lately?
I'm actually playing piano most,
Ah.
and I think I told you that I started taking lessons like probably 10 months ago, and now I'm really starting to see like a difference.
It's starting to make sense.
I could always kind of play some chords and stuff, just
Yeah.
as I'm like sing. But now, my teacher, who's a friend, he's very adamant about like you need to know how to read notes and like use. It's easy, right? Because you don't need to think.
I mean,
about
especially on
music.
piano.
Yeah.
Especially on piano. Yeah.
So reading the music and playing it, and I get a lot of joy, honestly, from that in my life. It's really nice. It's the
That was one
I'm
thing-
doing for myself.
That I thought I should have. My parents should have put me in the art stuff like that a little earlier. Piano is one of those things where like they used to be like all kids had to do it. Like you
Yeah.
had to go play piano.
That or a
And-
recorder. That's what we had to choose at like first.
And I think that like piano is such a foundational musical thing. It's like it would be a nice thing to have, you know. Plus, like you could just a lot of piano players could just sit down anywhere and just play piano for anybody, you know. Especially like off the sheet music and all that. It's a little harder to do with guitar and all that, but like for me, the same thing with guitar. It's like once it started to make sense, like chord shapes and things like that.
Yeah, and then it's
like,
just there.
The
Yeah.
rules, like 1, 4, 5, 6, like those sorts of things. It opened up a lot more of the instrument to me,
And,
and then I got a lot more joy when I could actually do something with it.
Yeah. For me, what was missing is really the technical skills. Because theory, I know for many years just because of my guitar playing and like I did a lot of music in high school. But being able to play one thing with my left hand and something completely different with my right hand and make it sound good is like an awesome mental challenge. It's it's almost like anything really. It keeps me sharp. And it's enjoyable, and I find myself my keyboard is right here, and I like every time I have 5-10 minutes in my day, I just go there and I play something, just like practice something. So it's really fun. It's great.
Yeah. Well, did you bring a quiz today?
I did not, but
Well-
we will have a quiz next week. Because why not? Dragging people by the nose for next week. Follow for more.
I got a lot of
Follow for more.
I got a lot of emails asking where's the quiz.
Where's the quiz?
Like,
Yeah.
I got dozens of them.
People slid into my DMs on the disc sled, asking for the quiz. Yeah.
Well, you should put up on the Instagram. You should put up some photos of the sledding happening.
Photos of sledding, and maybe I can. I keep thinking, should I like document my piano playing journey? And all those people's like, hey,
Might as well.
it's like one video a day of me playing something. But then I'm like,
that's a lot.
Nobody
Not
wants
one
to
video
watch
a day.
that. Yeah, nobody wants to
Yeah,
watch
maybe
that.
once a week or something.
I have.
How often are you taking lessons?
I have lessons once a week, and I try to practice every day. And I have a big percentage of the people I share my house with are being annoyed by that. So why should I annoy more people online with me playing. So that's kind of how I see it.
Okay. Well, everybody, I think we're going to wrap up for this week so he can get on with his new day, and hopefully we'll come prepared with a quiz next week.
Yes,
you know,
we will,
a
and
little
I'll
more,
have
a little more time.
And I'll have more time. Honestly, I today made it a weekly hour. Accidentally, I did it a weekly half an hour, so something was scheduled, and I can.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, it happens. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.